That's cool.
That's cool. Hello, welcome into the Gathering ParaCast on the Cryptovania Network. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Heidi, and we're finally here in person tonight.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. We were just talking about it been since Yule, since we were together here in the same space.
Almost
because
2 months.
Yeah, things have been going on, and anyway.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a start of the year.
Oh, for sure.
How are you feeling? Sure.
Still not the best. I forget, so I have notes, people, because I can't remember things, but it's okay.
So just a note to everybody, try not to fall and hit your head on the ice.
Right, because I still have post-concussion syndrome is what they call it. So, and I still have just a little bit of a horn. So eventually I'll be okay, I guess, but for not now.
Well, of course you'll be okay, but you got to recover.
You do, and it takes a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe months before I'm not as crazy as normal Steffi crazy. That's what I tell people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got it.
Anyway, tonight we're celebrating the new year of the fire horse. And I just have to show this because I think this is cool things. I've never received anything like this before. And Casey moved into this new apartment, and her neighbor's upstairs. It's a guy, and he participates in a lot of the Chinese or Lunar New Year festivities. And he gave us both this cool little envelope with the fire horse on the front, and inside is a $2 bill for luck and a Chinese coin that he said put it in your car for luck. So I will do that, but I had to show everybody. I thought that was really a cool gift. So from someone we barely knew, so for sure it's lucky. So,
and did you know that it's if you're giving money, you should do it in a red envelope?
I have heard that since then. Yeah, because it's good luck for all, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's the year of the fire horse.
Neat.
And I'm not well versed in Lunar New Year's. One of the things I will say is, we always talk, or I always think, we celebrate New Year's on the 1st of January, but really the New Year doesn't get started until right about now, right? Because we're still resting. It's still winter time. We're not ready to get out and do all these crazy things. So really, this kind of makes sense to me. I kind of dig this. But
for me, it feels like if I'm looking at calendar year, New Year just seems like you're still in the heat of the holidays in December and whatever. So I kind of look at Imbolc, which isn't too far. I mean, it's only a couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago that we celebrated Imbolc. And so that for me seems like kind of a good reset.
Yes.
When you have that stirring of the energy under the earth and the stirring of, the animals that are going to be pregnant and whatever. So it's, that for me feels like a good time of New Year. So this kind of falls right in line with that.
It does. It does. Like next year, I think it happens probably right at Imbolc, right? The 5th, I heard, is when the new Lunar Year starts next year. So, it's very cool. And I didn't ever know much about these Lunar New Years. So
yeah, I don't either. So we took it as an opportunity to read up a little bit and learn a little bit. And definitely we encourage you to go and find someone who is more knowledgeable than we are if you want to learn more about it. But it is a very cool, just another festival holiday that, you can get to, know a little bit more about and expand your awareness and have some fun with it.
Well, absolutely. And last year was the year of the wood snake. So, with snakes, we shed things, shed the skin. So shed all these things that maybe happened. Last year was a rough year. It was heavy. It was so many things happened and not good things. So
as shedding,
it's good to shed
be painful.
Them. Absolutely.
Painful.
Very painful. And it was on many levels for me personally. And I think a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I know had the same issue. So it was a tough year. So within the last couple of weeks, I have really felt this new energy come through, right? It's been like a big shift, and it's the fire horse.
I've felt an energy of, and I'm assuming just a little bit what I've read, there's this powerful energy in this fire and horse. And I have really felt this kind of want to take charge and get things done this early in the year is unusual, I guess. I'm really into like, what else can I, do? How else can I help? What else can I incorporate into, healing or, community activities, things like that. So I feel really active already, which is interesting. So I think maybe that could be some of the energy that's coming through.
I agree too. Yeah. I think it's going to be a really fabulous year. As we know, horses just run with the wind, right?
Well,
yes.
Yeah, or they can run you off a cliff.
Or you can run off a cliff. Right.
So I guess you decide. You take the reins, do your best, and try and steer it to a good place. Right?
In Chinese astrology, though, the horse is associated with independence, action, freedom, and charisma. People born in these years are typically energetic, charming, and driven by a desire for personal freedom and self-expression. It is a sign that's not easily tamed. And, we're adding the fire element in too. And when you combine that with the fire element, you get a combustible mix of passion, courage, and radical change. Fire intensifies the already vibrant nature of the horse and brings more heat to everything it touches. Expect emotions to run high, especially when it comes to love, ambition, and personal values. So, and it goes on to talk about how this year is a year of quick transformations, right? And it's not going to be easy either. And it can also be difficult and painful, just like the year of the snake, right?
Well, I mean, there's two sides to everything. Transformation can be beautiful and painful.
Yes.
And so can action.
Right.
And big change can be either beautiful or painful, or, forward moving or destructive, so I would imagine
so it's
you have options.
You do
on what you do with it.
It's yes, for sure. And
how you wield that energy.
Yeah, for sure. And it talks about, here are some tips to help you thrive in this year. It says, let go of the need for perfection. Horses move fast and make decisions in the moment. Trust your instincts and learn by doing. Embrace your passion projects. Whether it's a side hustle or a hobby you've been neglecting, this is your year to take it seriously. And the third one, and probably the most important, is avoid burnout by grounding regularly. Fire energy can be depleting. Balance action with rest and reflection. I thought that was very good advice.
It is good advice if you can listen to it. Because I think too, sometimes you get caught up in that momentum.
Absolutely.
Of going, doing. And it either feels uncomfortable to slow down and ground and, take time for reflection, or it's you just don't, or it's uncomfortable, or, so just try and sit through the discomfort if it's uncomfortable, or if you feel like your brain just wants to keep going, find something to occupy your mind so that you can just disconnect.
Absolutely.
And not like TV. I'm not saying TV or anything, but, think of yourself like if you go to your happy place in your mind, or you go outside and you watch the trees and the birds and just see what they're doing. And while you're sitting still outside.
Yes. Breathe. Yeah. The other thing they're talking about is be mindful of your temper. Okay, that's speaking right to me, because I have a fast and quick temper. And apparently this year is going to be all about that, because the fire horse can react quickly. Practice slowing down before you make important decisions. Focus on freedom, not control. Let this be the year you break free from what has been holding you back. Cool.
That sounds good. And that could be mental things, your thoughts or emotions, old patterns. It could be absolutes. I was just talking with someone about an absolute that wasn't even an absolute, but it was so ingrained in them that they are like, no, that's just the way it is. And we're like, well, is it?
No.
Is it? So letting go of something that it's like, it really doesn't have to be that way.
No.
So, and that can be hard. It
Yeah.
can be really hard.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And then it talks about who will feel this energy the most. In Chinese astrology, those born in the horse, tiger, and dog years may feel aligned with the energy, finding it easier to take big leaps and get rewarded for bold moves. Those born in rat or ox years may find the year more challenging and unpredictable, needing to work harder to stay balanced. I was born in the year of the ox. You were born in a different year too.
I'm a metal pig.
Yep, and I'm a metal ox. So. And then it also goes on to talk about the Western astrology perspective. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius may find this year especially energizing and motivating. But water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, might need to pay extra attention to emotional regulation and avoid taking on more than they can handle. Again, speaking right to me, because I'm a water sign. I was born in the sign of Cancer. So my goodness, between, challenging and unpredictable to I need to watch my emotions and avoid taking on more. And that speaks right to me too, because I can never say no, right? So I get caught up and I have more than I can do, and then I get crazy, right? So it's very interesting, if you're any of these signs or born in any of these years, take note. Also, it talks about how the year of the fire horse is not quiet, it's not cautious, and it doesn't follow rules. If you've been feeling stuck, stagnant, or disconnected from your spark, this brings the exact kind of energetic fuel to help you break through the barriers and pursue what truly sets your soul on fire. This is the year to chase freedom, act boldly, and trust your inner fire to lead the way. So interesting stuff. I think it's very cool. For me personally, I guess I need to rein my wild self in, my wild energy that I was born with,
Well, okay.
Or get into trouble, right?
Here's what I would say around that. I would say instead of reining yourself, your normal self in, maybe just like if you feel extra energy, extra drive, find a healthy outlet for it instead. So keep going. Don't try and deny your authentic self, but just find healthy outlet for it if you have extra. Or if you feel like you're being, like running, no hands on the reins kind of thing. Find a way to push that energy into some kind of healthy outlet instead of just letting yourself run amok. So
yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And so, watch out for my emotions.
Well, find healthy outlet for those too.
Yeah.
There was a question on the in the chat that was posted up on the screen that was someone was asking me about Lilith. And so I just wanted to touch on that. What are your thoughts and opinions of Lilith? So that was from Jet. So thanks for the question. And actually, it could be an interesting show to do about different deities and goddesses and, different figures, whether they're mythological, historical, whatever. That'd be kind of a cool show.
Would be fun.
So asking about Lilith, my understanding is Lilith is Adam's first wife?
Yes.
Adam's first wife, who was kicked out of the garden for being unruly, not submitting. And so I think that's fabulous, personally.
I do too.
Because you look at, and I'm not I didn't go to seminary or study the Bible or anything, but some of the rules I think were, or put some some pieces were put in the Bible to create rules for women that aren't near, they're to serve a patriarchy, not humankind. So anyway, I think, it's a story about behavior, you'll be punished, which is, nobody did that to Adam. Nobody did that to any, so I just think I might be able to be getting myself into trouble with this, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being your authentic self.
Not. Absolutely
and
not.
I think she,
yes,
she was being authentic. And if
agree.
Someone didn't like it, well, that's not her problem. So could probably do a show on that.
We probably
could do a little bit more.
We probably could. And we could talk about the strong women in other other like the Norse mythology. Freya was fabulous. She was a shield maiden. She was a warrior. Women had a lot of independence in the Scandinavian society, in the Viking world, which is wonderful, right? They weren't just meek little things who were controlled by men. Not in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, it would be fun. It would be really fun.
Maybe talk about deities and figures that we identify with.
Yes.
Just share that little insight with you. I could probably do a little identifying with Lilith, honestly. I think I could. She could tear some stuff up, and just because it needed to be, not because you just do it for fun, but if something isn't okay, it's like, let's go after it.
I agree.
Let's stand up for what needs to be changed.
I agree. Yes. So we should do
we'll
that.
There's a little nugget for a show that we can do.
I know it is. Yeah. It's
so good question.
Yeah.
Now, a good question. Depending on how I answered it, you may or may not want to watch that show. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, thanks.
It'll be good. It'll be fabulous.
Yeah.
So we should do that. So, let's give ourselves a little bit of time, do a little bit of research, and we'll put it on. I think it'll be
I've done some research on it just for my women's circle that I do every year, but it would be fun to do a little bit more deep dive into that and see what I come up with.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Cool. Good question. Thank you.
Yeah. And talk about the strong women in mythology, right? Greek mythology also has its share of strong women.
Well, there's strong women in all lineages.
There is.
But then there's also those patriarchal messages that are woven in and sometimes woven over original stories to create obedience and order with women.
That's why you gotta love the Viking society, because women were just, like I said, they were in charge of their own destiny. They didn't want to be married to this guy anymore. They just divorced him and walked away, and that's how it was. And that's just what happened. So I have Viking blood in my veins.
Same.
Yeah,
it'd be hard. There's a lot of us up here.
Yes. From the Northland. My grandma came from Norway, so it's quite close to the surface with me. So it's fine.
We've totally deviated off the
I know. So
path,
we need to,
but that's okay.
Fire horse. So, you can read more if you're interested more. Of course, do a search on the internet. You can find all kinds of really cool things. This was just a very brief summary of it. But I think it's going to be a good year. And I know you and I talked about this before the show, that we felt like energy has been shifting for a few weeks now. And so this is good. I think it's going to be a good year, everyone. And I think it is.
A lot of change is coming.
A lot of change and good change and, running change.
If we grab the reins and steer it in the right direction, we can have some really good change. But it's all of us being mindful of what's the best course for us humans. So Fire Horse and Northern Women. Cryptovania says Fire Horse and Northern Women.
Yeah, well,
that's a heck of a combo.
Yeah.
Watch out, world.
Watch out. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Minnesota Fire Horse women. Well, technically I'm not a fire horse and neither are you, but
no,
we're of the energy.
No. I am the metal ox.
Yeah. What's interesting is for a long time, because the year I was born, I thought I was a rat.
Yes.
And then I found out that because of my birthday, I was actually the year before. So I'm a pig now.
Yeah. Because the Lunar New Year is usually in February, right?
Yeah.
So
in January. So
yeah. And this year, so by the way, the other thing that was cool about this year's Lunar New Year is that it fell on a new moon, right? So it's the new moon
and a solar eclipse.
And a solar
that
eclipse.
We couldn't see here.
So there's like just all kinds of crazy energy still happening,
And wasn't there the end of a Saturn cycle, like a 30-year cycle that ended?
Yes, I did read that too.
I mean, it's just like bam, so many things hitting at the same time, which I don't believe in coincidence. So you kind of wonder, like, and I don't know how to add all that up and say like, oh, and here's what it means in one nice, little package. But it just is big energy, big shifting. And so for me, that sounds like big opportunity too, to make some positive change. So
I agree.
Let's do it. Yeah. With that fire horse energy. Let's go do it.
Exactly right. So anyway. Cool beans. I think it was fun. It's fun to talk about it. And, next year, I'm not sure what the year is next year, but we will be burst on that too. But this was so cool. That's a neat gift. It is a gift for somebody he didn't even know, right? I mean, we talked over the railing because he has a big dog too. And then next thing we know, he's at the door with these for Casey and I. So that was just so sweet. I thought. Nice. Yeah. Nice. So anyway,
right. Well,
I
wrap
think
it up.
That's about it. Yep. We have a big snowstorm hanging out here in Minnesota. So we got to get home before we don't get home. Yep. So thanks for watching, everyone. For all the soldiers who may be out there watching, thank you for your service and please be safe.
And everybody in the chat room and watching us, whenever you watch us, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you being here. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel so you can stay tuned to more videos as they come out.
Yeah.
And thank you to Cryptovania TV and Jason Trost, our producer. We are super grateful to be here. We love everything you guys do. And Jason, you're fabulous with all of your work.
Graphics, really and he cuts out little pieces of these shows and puts them out there, and it's so fun. So thank you. We'll see you next week.
Take care.